is Rusty number 5 speaking, and welcome to Rusty number Pods. Now, let me tell you what Rusty number Pods is all about. Rusty number Pod is a podcast in a new series on this channel. It could be anything about news in the Thomas and Friends world, or maybe things about my YouTube world, maybe I have a new video planned, or maybe I'm reviewing an episode. It can be anything when you're watching Rusty number Pod. Now, today's topic is Edward and Henry being replaced by Nia and Rebecca in Big World, Big Adventures. Now, they got rid of them and added some 2 female engines to it, so there can be some girl power in it, as Emily was the only female engine in the steam team. Everyone else is staying, like Thomas, James, Percy. Yeah, those. But say goodbye to Edward and Henry, because they are not going to be in the show anymore, making season 21 the last season to feature all 8 of the steam team's original members. So, it's making way for 2 females. One of them is from Africa. And in Big World, Big Adventures, Thomas will leave his home on the island of Sodor for more adventures beyond the world, where he visits a ton of countries. We'll have to see how this goes when Big World, Big Adventures Season 22 of Thomas and Friends comes out in English. So, yeah. I don't understand why they have to get rid of Edward and Henry for Nia and Rebecca. Can't they just keep Edward and Henry and then have Nia and Rebecca in the steam team instead of just getting rid of them? I mean, they've been main characters of the show since season 1. Now, that's pretty good, because there aren't a lot of Thomas and Friends characters that have stayed for the entire show without a removal of some type. So, yeah. There have been some former members of the steam team, most notably Stanley, who was a member of the steam team in the 2008 movie, The Great Discovery, where Stanley is introduced. So, I'm gonna go through all of the steam team members that have been steam team members in the past. Thomas, Gordon, James, Percy, Emily, Nia, Rebecca. Nia and Rebecca are the new ones. Edward, originally. Henry, originally. Toby, originally. Stanley, briefly. And Duck, dropped. So, yeah. Most of the steam team's members have stayed for the entire show, but some have left, or one, which is Duck, has been dropped from the steam team. So, yeah. I wonder why they didn't keep Stanley in the steam team. He was only a steam team member in The Great Discovery. Then he's just a normal background engine like Rosie is currently. Speaking of Rosie, Rosie has a new model, which is red. Her model is now red in the show, starting in the movie Journey Beyond Sodor. There was also a season 21 episode focusing on this topic of Rosie now being red. Before Nia and Rebecca joined the STEAM team, Emily was the only member not created by Wilbur Audrey, and the only member not introduced in the first season, and the only female member until Nia and Rebecca came, which has been very recently. She has also always been, however, the only member to not have a number. And as of Big World, Big Adventures, Thomas and Gordon are the only two members to be the same color. Right, so, okay, that's all for this podcast, and Rust out. New catchphrase. Tell me if you like it.